to hear.
Yes, I was listening to Vietnam discussion. There was a topic discussed on clear comprehension. What is the meaning of clear comprehension? Because there is no real understanding always. There is very little understanding. So when there is very little understanding, so what is the meaning of clear comprehension?
So, what's the meaning of comprehension?
Understanding what is there here and now.
Is it clear now?
Okay, in terms of English meaning, yes.
Yeah, that's
No.
why we have. Yes, please go on, Khun Sarah.
So the comprehension, the sampajanya, is understanding. So the question is the understanding clear now? Does it understand clearly what is true, what is real now? Not is the meaning clear, it means is the understanding, clearly understanding the object now?
Yeah, that is a question. There is no clear understanding of the object.
That's correct, yes.
Yeah.
And that's why we have to listen and discuss, because the understanding has to develop and develop and develop until it's clear understanding or clear comprehension, which is what is being referred to. So sampajanya is just another word for panya, for understanding. And we discussed how there are different kinds of understanding, but when we're talking about the development of the path, it's talking about the understanding of the truth, understanding of realities now. So this is the sampajanya that is being referred to. And there are two words that are used. Sati sampajanya is referring to awareness and understanding of what is true, what is real now. So it has to develop from listening, considering, reflecting, beginning to understand a little more about realities now, each one, anatta, no self to be found. In the discussion you listened to, we were also talking about the other kind of understanding or sampajanya in the development of calmness, right up to the attainment of jhanas, which was developed before the Buddha taught about the understanding of the Eightfold Path. But in this context now, we're talking about the understanding of the truth, understanding of realities, each Dhamma arising and falling away now, each one anatta, no one, no thing at all. So it's just a different way of discussing what we always discuss, always back to this moment and the development of understanding.
You mean these words are interchanged, whether it is a sati sampajanya, or panya?
Sampajanya is panya, yes. And sati, so sati, sampajanya, awareness and understanding. And in this context,
I think she's coming over quite clearly here.
Yeah.
Can't hear anybody.
Can you hear me, Prakash?
Yes, yeah, clearly.
You can hear you. So understanding in this context, which is clear, which clearly understands the object. So the panya has to develop in order to be clear understanding.
Mm.
And I just want to mention, very glad to see that Hung has joined us again. So we'll explain any Pali terms as we go along for the sake of newcomers too.
Okay. So comprehension is nothing but it is a panya.
Panya, exactly. Panya Chetasika. Whatever we discuss is referring to different realities, chitas, chetasikas, or rupas. So in this case, the comprehension is understanding, Panya Chetasika.
But there are different levels of understanding. So the four kinds of sampajanya refer to different levels of understanding.
Okay. Example.
Well, the first one, understanding of the purpose, is like understanding that the purpose should be the development of the path taught by the Buddha. So there can be a kind of understanding of that, of the importance of developing insight without it being direct understanding itself.
Mm.
But it still has to be based on actual understanding, we'll say at a conceptual level, of what is important in life. And then understanding, for example, of the object. Again, there can be appreciation of the significance of having a better understanding of conditioned realities without it being a moment of direct understanding of those realities. So but definitely the fourth sampajanya refers to direct understanding.
Mm.
But I hasten to add, it's not necessary to know, or as far as our development of understanding goes, it's not necessary to classify moments as to which of the sampajanyas they belong to. But the teaching on the sampajanyas is just another way of explaining understanding.
Mm.
Just like the whole of the Satipatthana Sutta is and it's in the commentaries to the Satipatthana Sutta that we learn about the four sampajanyas.
And this different level of understanding happens naturally by different conditions.
It can only happen naturally by conditions. It can't be made to arise by focusing on something in particular, by selecting something to focus on.
Mm. Actually, when there is a literal understanding or there is no understanding, immediately self arises. So I am not able to understand. That is very, very fast. That ignorance arises very faster than the little understanding.
Well, it's not a question of understanding arising right now, anyway. So when one hears something for the first time, it may take a while to appreciate its meaning. And as for arising of self, well, that's natural and is going to be the case until enlightenment. So we better get used to it and just regard it as another moment of agusala. If it's not one kind of agusala, it's another. If it's not self, then it's conceit or it's craving, attachment. So this is the norm for us of the ordinary being. But the point is that these moments of agusala can also be object of understanding. So in that sense, they don't have to be a hindrance to the development of the path. It's not as though there has to be a reduction of agusala before there can be a beginning of understanding.
Yeah, many sentences or words, what you said, there is no understanding many a times. Actually, it arises so not able to understand, not able to follow, at least
And
in
this is
Yeah.
this theoretical
that's
level.
why that's why Ajahn's question is it clear comprehension now? And so the answer is not clear now. So let's let Ajahn continue on. So now everyone agrees it's not clear comprehension, not direct understanding of the realities we talk about. Ajahn, please continue.
How can there be even the understanding of how much ignorance is right now? See, so deep, so subtle. If we just talk about the word, it's not deep enough. That's why when we talk about any reality by any word, it should be carefully considered the truth, whether it's there or not. For example, comprehension. It's not just comprehension of anything, but comprehension of what? See, if there's no question, how can the Sataka Sampajanya begin? It has to begin from now on at any time to develop the four satis, the four Sampajanya. Little by little, understanding what is meant by clear comprehension. Comprehension what? Understanding what? See, if there's no understanding from the very beginning, it cannot develop because the truth is so very, very subtle. That's why what is there right now and what is meant by clear comprehension. Otherwise, how can understanding understand what? No object to understand. But what understanding understand? So it can become clear comprehension of the truth of what is there, which is so very subtle. So now, understand what? To be comprehension, clearer and clearer, little by little. See, if there's no answer, how can the development of understanding come to be clear comprehension of what? Kun Prakash?
Mr. John.
Comprehension or understanding what? This is the beginning of the first Sampajanya. Sadhaka Sampajanya. See, each moment, it is what Buddha said, so deep. So now, what's the object of understanding right now? So it will be, pardon?
Yeah, I was mentioning the visible object.
Okay, see, the visible object is not known because it's taken for something or someone instantly. See, beginning to say how come to understand just one reality as it is. For example, is there any thought about what is seen is only different colors? Can we say that? White, red, blue, brown. See, is it true? Only what we say, color or visible object. Depending on what is there seen, is there unknown. Just live in the world of something and someone and everything and everyone. From life to life, from moment to moment, right now. The cupboard, the wall, the picture or whatever is there. Always something. But the truth, the ultimate truth, is so very, very subtle. How come the different colors appear as something by shape and form to be taken for whatever is now shoes, cupboard, glass, plate, table, and so on? And right understanding, clear comprehension of the truth. It is not the table, it's not the chair, it's just that which impinge on the eye base only, which can be seen. Is it true? Is it begin to be clear comprehension, little by little, so very little by little, because from life to life, no idea, no understanding of the truth of it at all. No atta, not anything, not anyone, only the reality is conditioned to arise and appear as different ones from moment to moment. What is true, it should be understood clearer and clearer until the truth appear as it is. Because of understanding, begin to see the benefit of understanding the truth, which is so deep. If we don't talk about the very subtle nature of the reality, how can it be known that is so deep? Just pass on, visible object is seen, that's all. From day to day, visible object is seen. 10 years or 100 years, visible object is seen. No more comprehension, no clear comprehension of the truth. Is it true?
Yes,
That is the understanding of sampajanya, understanding how much ignorance of what is there through seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, and thinking. Otherwise, just learn about the number and the word, but the reality is there. So deep, it can appear only to clear comprehension of its nature as it is, not as something or someone as before. That's why seeing the benefit, so great benefit in life, the moment of understanding, even from hearing, considering, it becomes clear comprehension of what right understanding is. This moment, understanding the very subtle, very deep nature of what is there, taken for a chair or a bottle. In truth, just that which impinges on the ibis. So now, is there any doubt about clear comprehension of what? This moment, what is there as it is? Otherwise, there must be only ignorance in life with all kinds of reality conditioned by ignorance, no understanding of the truth. is this clear comprehension of the benefit of listening to the truth. Otherwise, seeing sees visible object. Is that enough? Is that clear comprehension of seeing of visible object? See, so we can talk about the sampajanya one by one, from no understanding at all until the fourth one. Without clear comprehension from the very beginning of how deep, how subtle reality is, it's not the way at all. No condition to listen again, consider again, understanding again that ignorance is there, taking what is there as something. So, in order to have less attachment and cling to that as something, it needs moment of understanding the truth of what is there that is so very deep. No one, see, not try so hard and then you will realize that that is not true. It's wrong. No understanding at all. So now is the first sampajanya clear? A little more, a little clearer.
Ajahn, first sampajanya means there is a understanding of the ignorance. How much
Of
ignorance there
is
is.
ignorance real?
Yes.
Is seeing real?
Yes,
Is
there is
thinking
a
real? So it's
yes.
not just only an ignorance, but begin to see the darkness of ignorance. Even the slight ignorance cannot understand the truth. What is there? That which is seen. See, and listen with considering more and more carefully. It conditions firm confidence, the sadhaka sampajanya, of understanding what is there now, not other thing, which hasn't arisen yet, and does appear now. How can it be known? So sadhaka sampajanya is the very, very beginning of the development of understanding, to understand that the great benefit in life, the most precious moment, is begin to understand what is there, seeing, not that which is seen. And the truth of that which is seen is not the seeing. Each moment, there must be the reality which experiences the object unknown. No attention to that reality at all. Just attend to that which is seen or heard or smelled in life. And this we are talking about is Sataka Sampajanya, the most benefit or the most precious moment in life is understanding the truth of what is there little by little right now. See, without it, how can there be moment of beginning to attend to the characteristic of whatever is there as not anyone or anything at all? Is that true? So Sataka Sampajanya is very important too, not to go wrong.
And Prakash, I think Jan gives a very good example there when she talks about seeing and the object of seeing, because it's possible for us to appreciate that there is a difference between the experiencing of visible object and visible object itself, right? The experiencing of sound, which is hearing, and the sound itself, we can appreciate these are different realities. Is that correct?
Yes.
Even though there may not be any direct understanding at such moment, or there may not, as far as we know, have been any direct understanding of those particular realities. But the fact is that it all starts from hearing the truth about the way things are. And this, at first, as you say, it's difficult to follow because of one's accumulated ignorance and lack of familiarity with the terminology and all this sort of thing. But the first glimmer of comprehension comes when, okay, one does understand at a conceptual level, shall we say, that there are realities which are to be understood but are not yet understood. And that if one appreciates that this is the task, if you like, the understanding of these conditioned realities, which so far are not known individually, then that conceptual understanding or appreciation is the first step. Without it, there cannot be later the direct understanding of those realities. And so this is why we say that understanding has different levels, because at every stage along the way, not just for the beginner, but as understanding keeps developing, the incremental development of actual understanding has to be preceded by the conceptual and the intellectual understanding in relation to that development. And that's the situation for us, and it's the situation for the person who is already accomplished in developing awareness and understanding. But is it necessary for us to classify what the present moment is? No. But we appreciate that understanding, if it arises, as it arises, it does so by conditions. The main condition being the hearing of an explanation and the accumulated understanding that has so far been developed. So although this morning you said you couldn't really grasp what was being said, but because you've spent time considering aspects of the Dhamma, you know what it means, what conditioned reality means, and awareness arising naturally and so forth, then it's possible that on further reflection, it becomes clearer. And that's the way it proceeds for everyone. Yes, Ajahn, thank you. Please continue, Ajahn.
So,
question? Right.
Is there any question about Sadhaka Sampajanya?
Ajahn, Sadhaka Sampajanya is to understand what is there now.
Is it so
It
precious? Is it so precious to understand it? Because it's so true. A little clear comprehension of the benefit of understanding the truth. It's not for everyone, is that right? Only those who listen carefully begin to understand, just live in the world of ignorance and people and things. In truth, none at all gone each moment. So be true to the truth and understanding the place of understanding the truth of what is there little by little, that it can be moments of realization of what we have heard, as those Savaka and the Buddha himself had developed with Sataka Sampajanya, all of them. See, no matter how long it will take, be true to the truth, beginning to understand what is seen now is the refrigerator or a chair into different color. And what is seen has to be only that which impinges on the eyebase. Is that right?
Yes.
So this is Sataka Sampajanya, seeing the benefit, the very great precious understanding of the truth that is unknown even right now. If there's not enough, the first Sataka Sampajanya, that's why it has to be the first clear comprehension of the precious of understanding the truth.
As Ajahn said, Prakash, the direct understanding is always a realization of what has been heard. So there has to be an appreciation at a very basic conceptual level initially. Yeah, that's the same for everyone.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, that comment you made is really good. Thank you.
Thanks. It was a comment that John made, actually. You mean about the realization of what has been heard?
Yes, that one.
Yes.
Thanks. Good one.
But that is also not there, realization of what is being heard. It is still at
Of
the
course,
very...
it takes time. It takes time, but there must have been some realization at some level of what has been heard, even to appreciate that seeing is not the same as visible object.
Yeah.
One does appreciate that truth, and that seeing is a mental. A lot of people would think that seeing was a physical process, for example. But it's not. It's a mental process, obviously, and quite different from visible object, which is not a mental process at all. So there are aspects of the truth about the present moment that we can say have been realized at an intellectual level, a conceptual or intellectual or directed. It doesn't matter what level it is, actually. But we shouldn't be wishing for more direct understanding of what we're talking about, because direct understanding develops only very gradually. But we can be confident there's been certain realizations at other levels so far.
And is there any benefit, Prakash, of what has been listened to and considered and understood, however little now? What is the benefit?
Yeah, the benefit is always I have been heard or I have been listening, rather than it is a Dhamma, the process, because that is actually a suffering more and more. Little relief when
A relief.
Understood that this is different Dhamma,
A
at least
relief to
intellectual
begin.
level. Yes.
Yes, and relief to begin to understand that there are just dhammas, not I that has to do anything or can do anything or should practice or should live in a special place or follow any practice or exercise or focus on any object. It is a relief, the beginning to let go of the idea of self, of something, very little by little. So it is the benefit of even the beginning of understanding, considering that life is just seeing now, hearing now, different dhammas, none of which belong to me. So very, very beneficial.
Yes.
Nothing else can bring such relief or understanding.
True.
And it doesn't matter that often there's confusion or we don't follow the words or everything gets mixed up or there's doubt, or it doesn't matter at all, because there's more confidence that these are all just different dhammas, doubt, confusion, mixed up, just different dhammas arising and falling away. None of them last, none of them belong to me. It seems it's my doubt, my confusion, but they're just different dhammas. Like seeing is not my seeing, doubt is not my doubt. Just dhammas arising, all gone, all unimportant. Yeah. So less clinging to the serious, important I that has such qualities, that is kind or has doubt or this or that, because none of them belong to me. They're just different dhammas. So great benefit even from the very beginning of appreciating that the Buddha taught the understanding of the world now, the truth now.
Yes. There's a lot more benefit, yes.
For example, at home, if you're cooking with your wife or you're going to the office or playing with your children, they're all just different dhammas. It makes no difference whether you're playing with your children or reading a Dhamma book. They're still just different moments of seeing, hearing, thinking, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, different dhammas, anytime, any place. This is the benefit. The world is always now. A little more understanding, a little more clear comprehension, little by little.
Yeah.
Let me ask Han. Han, we're so glad that you joined last week and that you're back again today. Anything that came up last week or now that you would like to ask about?
Hello, everybody. So, yeah. Hello, Sarah and Suchin and everyone in the group. So, today I just joined because I want to understand more about the Dhamma and Buddhist, like the reality and also like mental awareness. And while I seeing something like a visible object, or what is different, like about uh, the mind door or the eye door and the eye bay, something like that. But I would understand more about that too, and I listen some uh, audio like from you, like in the website. Yeah, I could understand a little bit, even a little. It should be okay for me. So I'm so happy I'm in the group. Yeah, I'm very thankful to teacher Kim Hong introduce the group for me. So yeah, I just want to listen for now.
So
Thank you, Saran.
so glad to hear of your interest and how you continue to listen to some of those audio. So appreciate it very much. So last time we talked a lot about what is Dhamma, and what is Dhamma is what is real.
Yeah,
so,
what
and
is
that's
real,
what we're talking
truth.
about now. What is the truth? What is truth? What is reality? What is the world? What is life? What is Dhamma? All pointing to realities like the ones you mentioned, seeing what is seen, the visible object.
Yeah.
You mentioned mental awareness. So
Yeah.
actually,
Like,
Prakash was asking about an expression, sati, which means awareness, sampajanya, which means understanding. So
yes.
awareness with understanding. The question is, what is mental awareness? So when you mention mental awareness, how do you understand mental awareness?
I think the mental awareness is that thing like make you depression or anxiety, or like you do a lot of job, like you feeling not very well and not well-being. So I think like that one. But I think this is the mental awareness, but I don't know for the put this advice to us. So I think it's a good way we understand more a little bit by a little. I think in the future, so we can understand more about that. And then now my mental health it improve a lot. So before, I have a lot of things to do at home. I was very busy with my kid, so that's why I I feeling stressed, and sometimes I cannot sleep sometimes. But now I feeling better when I improve my mental health, like my mood getting improve a lot when I listen to Buddhist, or some I follow the Buddhist rule. So now my feeling better, and I can catch up some like lesson, and uh, I improve my mental health a lot now. I don't know, but I try to follow with the put this rule. So I hope in the future, so I can improve little by little, even little by little. It's okay for me. But I used to go to online on the website. I listen your audios, so every night I could understand a little bit, even not too much every day. But I think it is just the benefit for me. Even the small benefit, it should be okay for me. Thank you,
Yes, I
Sarah.
think you have the right
Yeah.
approach of just listening and considering, and
Yeah.
happy to allow it to allow yourself to become familiar with the terminology and understand a little bit more each time of what's being said. It takes time.
Yes.
But,
Yeah. Take time. I think so. Everything take time. So, as I am new here, so I can listen, and I got yes. I'm very thankful to teacher Kim Hong
right.
that introduced the program for me, and then I am able to join, and then I
Okay,
can
so
know
I'll just
everybody.
mention
Thank you.
one point that for you to, I'm not asking any question here, but just a point for you to mention, which I think Sarah was coming to, and that in the Dhamma, awareness is a mental factor that arises with every moment of wholesome consciousness. That is to say,
Okay. Yeah.
It is the mental factor by the name of sati, and I think you've heard of satipatthana. So sati is a mental factor that translates as awareness or mindfulness.
Yeah.
So it's not something that it's not a mental state that, like in the conventional language, we think of being aware, having
Yeah.
awareness, being mentally alert to what's going on at the present moment. That's the conventional idea. But in the Dhamma, if you hear the term sati or mindfulness, you will know that it's referring to a kusala citta, with or without understanding.
Okay. Yeah.
Good. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Jonathan, for explaining me. Yeah.
And one other point is, conventionally we think about, I need to be aware, or I need to work on my mental health, I need to do this or that to have less stress or to improve my health condition. So all day, every day, there's the idea of I, what I should do, how I should go this way, not that way, in order to have less stress, or I should work less hard, or I should listen more to Dhamma. So all of this is actually creating more difficulties or disturbances because of the clinging to the idea of I and what I should do. And if it doesn't work out as I would like, then there's disturbance and bad sleep and stress and so on. So the reason we study and learn about the different realities you mentioned, seeing, what is seen, hearing, sound, different realities, experiencing an object through the mind door or the eye door and so on, is in order to understand that really this imaginary I, this self, cannot be found. Because at a moment of seeing, where is the I? At a moment of hearing, where is the I? Even at a moment of thinking, is it I think, or is it thinking that thinks? And the thinking is gone. Can I choose what thinking will think about at the next moment, or what seeing will see at the next moment? Impossible. So no I to control, no I to do anything. So the more clinging there is to the idea of I that's in control, and I that should be happy and shouldn't have stress and so on, the more disturbance, the more difficulty, the more problems there are. So so the Buddha's teaching
I
and
think
the
everything
development,
atta, right? Like no I,
exactly,
no
it seems everything is atta,
no everybody.
but actually the awareness and the understanding are anatta. So not I that can be mentally aware, not I that can understand, not I that can get rid of stress. And it's actually just the same when we had friends who came to a discussion at our place recently, and some of them also mentioned the stress, the anxiety. We always ask questions about these qualities, because when there is anxiety, when there's stress, when there's fear, the feeling is unpleasant. No one likes it. Everyone wants to get rid of the anxiety and stress. But what about when it's such pleasant feeling, when we're enjoying ourselves, having such fun with the children, enjoying looking at the sunrise, shopping, eating delicious food? No one says, I've got a problem, I've got too much pleasant feeling, too much enjoyment. But it's the clinging to I, the clinging to what is so pleasant that conditions the unhappy feeling and the disturbance when it's not the way we like it anymore. But they're all dharmas, they all arise and fall away. They're not important. The stress yesterday completely gone. Now there's no stress, so it can't be known. What about the pleasant feeling now? It can be understood, or the seeing now. So forget about what happened or the problems yesterday. It's all gone. What about now? Understanding
I
Dharma
think at the
now as
moment,
anatta.
like the Buddha like focus on at the moment, right? Like what happened for the moment, and we want to focus at the moment.
Yes.
But yesterday it already gone, right? So everything we don't want to think about yesterday, but it's still, I don't know, the mindset, it's still thinking about yesterday activity,
Of course.
or or in the future activity, right? But I want to
because
focus
by
at the moment.
yes. But even I want to is still I and wanting. If there's thinking about yesterday or thinking about tomorrow, the thinking can be understood. It's just a dharma, the thinking. No matter what it thinks about, it's just thinking. And as soon as I don't want to think this, or I want to think of another thing, more
not the,
to
I
I
think
again.
this is not the Buddha rule for the I don't want to think this, but this is everything like reality, right? Like everything truth it coming right away, right? But
It's
I think
how it is by conditions.
by condition. So I think the good thing is start step by step, like little by little, to understanding at the moment, at seeing,
Yes,
understand,
another way of putting that another way of putting that would be that only
Yeah.
what is appearing at the present moment can be
Yeah.
directly
Appearing.
known.
Yeah.
So when it's thinking about the past or the future, as Sarah said, it's still thinking. And that thinking is a reality that can be directly known. So
Yeah.
it's not a question actually of having to focus on the present, but a question of appreciating that only what is present can be the object of awareness and understanding at any time.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to think of trying to focus on the present moment, but if there is something about the present moment that can be known, and there has been the intellectual understanding of what those realities are, then there may be conditions for some level of awareness and understanding. It just happens. If it happens, it happens, as Sarah said, by conditions.
Yeah.
So there's nothing we have to do.
Yeah. Nothing to do
we
about that.
benefit from hearing
I think.
about
I think
the
from.
way
I
things
think.
are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I think everything, if we come from listening and understanding, I think it will
Yes,
be improve our
that's
mind.
a very
Yeah.
astute observation that you've made, and that's what has been a theme of what we've been talking about this morning. As Ajahn said, when understanding occurs, it's a realization of what has been heard before already.
Yeah.
Thank you, Han.
Yeah. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah. Thank you so much, Sarah.
Sarah, I quite very interesting in about the awareness when you talking and ask Prakash about the morning of comprehension. How about when we talk about awareness and comprehension is the happen in the wholesome chitta, right?
Yes, so the awareness is the sati. So the sati arises with all wholesome chittas. So we know at a moment of kindness, there is awareness, but there may not be any understanding at that moment. So awareness arises with every wholesome chitta, moments of kindness, moments of generosity, moments of friendliness. But understanding only arises when there is some knowing of the truth, either in the development of samatha bhavana or in the development of vipassana bhavana. Now we're talking about understanding of realities. So at moments of understanding of reality, even when it's just intellectual level or beginning level, sati must be there, awareness must be there at that moment, and understanding, panya, must be there at those moments, together with the citta. The citta has to arise with minimum 19 wholesome mental factors, 20 if understanding more. So these cetasikas, the mental factors, arise together with the citta. So it's not I that can be aware, not I that can focus at all. At those moments, it is the wholesome concentration that focuses on the object naturally, not by I doing anything. Like now, if there is doubt, maybe there's a moment of understanding or wise considering of doubt. I don't focus on doubt or I don't be aware, but at the moment of understanding doubt that arises now or appears now, there is awareness, there is understanding, there is focusing, but not I doing anything. So the awareness is aware of a Dhamma, of a reality appearing now, not the conventional idea of being aware of what I'm doing, like sitting in front of the computer screen or being in a Dhamma discussion. That has nothing to do with sati, it's just a conventional idea.
Yeah,
So it's
about
here and now.
comprehension is you said that comprehension is to understand clearly about realities. How about when you're talking about that word or comprehension, but we understand what it is, that is called comprehension or not comprehension?
Just talking about right understanding or panya. So in this context, we're just talking about the right understanding of the truth of the reality now in different ways. Like there can be the understanding now of the benefit of the study, the listening, and there can be the understanding of what is suitable for study. Like we know listening now is suitable, but in the deepest sense, what about the object of understanding? Visible object that appears now is the right object. It's the suitable object to understand at this moment, no matter in the market or in the cinema or anywhere. And the clear understanding has to develop until it is the direct understanding of different realities, no ignorance at all at such times. So different words are used, different definitions, but it's all pointing to the understanding with awareness of the truth now, of Dhamma now, of reality now, all for the purpose of letting go of the idea of I that can have mental awareness, I that has stress, I that has anxiety, I that sees, I that hears, without considering or learning about the Dhammas at this very moment. It's impossible for there to be the letting go of I. We talked about nekama, I think, before, the letting go, the renunciation of wrong view and other unwholesome states. If there is thinking about the past, there's thinking about the past. Thinking is real, it can be understood. So it's not a matter of don't think about the past, don't think about the future, but beginning to understand that the world, life is just at this moment. So there can only ever be understanding now. If there's thinking about the stress that happened yesterday at work, it's just thinking about a dream because it's long gone. It was all over a long time ago. And actually that stress was just for a moment, just like the seeing now is just for a moment, or the pleasant feeling is just for a moment. Whatever arises is just for a moment and doesn't belong to anyone. So what is the point of being so disturbed about that which is a Dhamma that is gone instantly? Whatever arises, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, seeing, hearing, doubt, understanding, each one is gone instantly. Each one is dukkha, unsatisfactory, not worth clinging to, not worth being upset about, because each one is gone immediately. So that's why only the Buddha's teachings can actually be the true remedy for mental health, the development of understanding. We can follow all sorts of techniques we've learned with the idea of I, like go and sit in a quiet pace or keep one's mouth shut or do this or count to 20. These are just little band-aids, but only the understanding of the truth can really understand and solve all the problems of the mind. So this is why it's the only true medicine to all the problems in life.
Yep, Sarah. So the first time that at the level is the intellectuation is understand what happened is now, and at the moment or the other instant understand what the reality or just the meta or reality, right, Zira?
And even when we say what is happening now, we think of a story, what is happening now, like sitting here drinking a cup of tea. But now it's just a moment of seeing, just a moment of hearing. So yes, there has to be the beginning of considering and reflecting on what now is. Like Ajahn always asks, what is now? What is now? Seeing now, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, doubt. This is now, but each one gone instantly. So it's not I do this first, then I do that, but the understanding begins to consider and understand what is now, and then develop a little deeper until it directly understands what is now. And even this is not deep enough. It has to develop until it's very clear understanding of seeing now, hearing now, what is now. And we talk about seeing now arising and falling away, but this is just thinking about it. The understanding has to develop until it clearly understands the arising and falling away of what is now, deeper and deeper and deeper, firmer and firmer, clearer and clearer.
Thanks,
Let's see if
Sarah.
Ajahn would like. Thanks, Kim Hong. You always bring up good points, and glad to hear from Hung and Prakash too. Let's see what Ajahn would like to add.
We can't hear you, Ajahn. Ajahn, we cannot hear you.
ท่านอาจารย์ไม่ได้เปิดไมค์ค่ะ
โอเคค่ะเปิดแล้วค่ะ
Yes, thank you, Ajahn. We can hear you now.
Okay. What we are talking about now?
Kim Hong,
Ajahn,
would you like?
talking about comprehension and clear comprehension is what you said. When I understand what you said is a clear comprehension or clear comprehension what reality is right now.
Is there seeing now?
Yep, Jan is seeing now.
Is there clear comprehension of seeing?
No.
That's why to be true to the truth is sataka sampajanya. Otherwise, how can there be more understanding of seeing right now, little by little, if it does not see the benefit of understanding, rather than just see the whole life without any understanding of the truth of seeing at all? See. And now, is it also Sappaya Sampachanya, the right word, the true word about reality, and the moment of listening, whatever condition, right understanding of the truth is Sappaya for understanding. So the right word, the right meaning about what is there now is also Sappaya for understanding. Otherwise, no matter one is sitting in the forest or the place that one take it for meditation center, how can there be the understanding without the right word about what is there? Right now, it's not the meditation center, but it's Sappaya for understanding the truth. So at moment of understanding the truth, all are Sappaya right then. Even the posture or whatever, the place or the time, see. But when it's not moment of kusala, is it Sappaya, Sampachanya? See, no understanding, what condition, right understanding, hearing, considering carefully to be true to the truth, how much understanding of what we have talked about to understand seeing right now. Without this moment, there will never be a moment of beginning to attend to the seeing only. not to that which is seen or anything else, just one reality at a time. So it's not just the word, it's the truth about conditions from understanding this moment, what is not known, and it is ignorance and attachment unknowingly to what right now. Otherwise, there can never be a little more interest in understanding the truth. It's there. It can be understood. Why not understanding it as it is? See? So now, what is Kojara Sampajanya? See, seeing. Can it be Kojara Sampajanya?
Yes, it can be, Ajahn.
Whatever is not known before, it is the Kojara Sampajanya to be known. That's why today, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, thinking, liking, disliking, so on, all they unknown. They can be the Kojara Sampajanya for understanding to understanding it little by little until it's clear comprehended. Otherwise, it's not clear. Just talk about it. But what about the first Sampajanya, the second one, the third one, and the last one is conditioned, even not right now. Without these three Sampajanya, how can there be the fourth one? So you're talking about sati. What is it?
Only just the word that translate to be awareness, but not happening now, Ajahn.
And that is the first round of Ariya Satya. The truth conform with no matter by the text, by way of Dhatu or Ayatana or Paticca or Ariya Satya, see. Because realities are realities. No one can change the nature of it at all. That's why even seeing right now has to be Kojara Sampajanya. Otherwise, it's not clear comprehension at all of Kojara. Is there any question about the four Kojara?
Yeah, if you more elaborate about it, I will be appreciated, Ajahn. About Gojara, I'm not clear about it.
Because it's not the
Just-
word.
Right. Just one point to mention for Kim Hong on everyone. So Gochara, it means the aramana, the object. So here it's talking about the right object for understanding, for awareness and understanding. So the reality of seeing now is the Gochara at moments of understanding. But stress yesterday is not the Gochara. It could be the aramana, that could be thinking about the stress yesterday. So it can be the object, but the Gochara refers to the reality that is the right reality to be the object of clear comprehension now. And before Ajahn was mentioning about, we mentioned at the beginning about the benefit, the satika, and then she was mentioning about the sapaya. Sapaya means what is suitable. So if seeing is the object of understanding now, then it is suitable. If there is understanding at the moment of listening now or being here, then that is suitable. But if we are listening, for example, if it's all in a language we can't follow, then it's not sapaya. Or if we talk to the newcomer in using words and meanings that make no sense, then it's not sapaya, it's not suitable. So it depends on what is suitable for understanding at this very moment. And the Gotra, the object of understanding now. And Ajahn mentioned that without these three kinds of sampajanya, the satika, the benefit, the sabaya, what is suitable, the Gotra, the right object of understanding, there cannot be the last one, which refers to asamoha, refers to the direct understanding of the reality. Asamoha means with no ignorance. So without the wise considering the suitable conditions, the understanding what is the purpose, the intellectual right understanding of the Dhammas like the seeing and visible object, without these kinds of understanding, there cannot be the direct and firm understanding of the realities. So it's just a different way of considering kinds of understanding, all leading to the clear and direct understanding of realities.
Thanks, Sarah. So about how Upasnisya go, Sarah.
Yes, well, that's exactly what the Gotra is referring to. So the Gotra is the object of understanding. And when we talk about Upanisya Gotra, it's referring to the object which is the habitual object of understanding. Why do we discuss so much about seeing and visible object, hearing and sound? Just so that they become the habit of wise reflection. So there's more and more reflection about life now, seeing now, hearing now, sound that is heard now. So the understanding becomes more and more of a habit to understand what is true, what is real now, seeing now, pleasant feeling now, unpleasant feeling now, doubt now. By discussing and considering, the habit develops. The opposite of the habit of ignorance and attachment as usual. There can gradually be a little more habit of wise considering and understanding the Gotra, the suitable object of understanding, not by focusing on it, not by trying to understand, not by trying to be aware, but naturally the wise considering, the understanding develops. Yes, same word. Thanks, Kim Hong.
Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Ajahn.
This morning, Ajahn was talking about when she was talking about the first clear comprehension. She also mentioned what is beneficial and what is not beneficial. And I checked on. I was looking on the commentary, and that was the commentary says understanding, clear comprehension of what is beneficial and what is not beneficial. And like she was giving the example as going to the movies rather than listening to Dhamma, and as different activities, and clear comprehension of the difference between the two moments in the day when feeling like going to the movies or watching TV and having interest in listening to the Dhamma, but having clear comprehension of both the different moments in the day. It's both part of the first clear comprehension of what is beneficial, and clear comprehension also of what is not beneficial as a reality, not as a situation like watching TV, but the ignorance, as Ajahn was stressing, as someone else was saying. So it's realities have to be known akusala as akusala, and understanding as, or kusala as kusala, something which is worth developing, and something which is not, which is worthless, which is not worth keep on doing it, having it as habitual condition, as Sarah was pointing out.
Yes, like you say, we talk about certain situations, like we all know the benefit of coming and listening to the Zoom, but in the end is coming back to different realities, like when Jan was talking about what is sabaya. Well, if there's understanding of the reality, whatever the posture or the time or the situation, it's sabaya at that moment, or the kind of food that's eaten even. But if there's no understanding, like if we're sitting here daydreaming, then that same posture or time or discussion is not sapaya at that moment. So it's so deep. So what is beneficial? We know if there's not been any hearing of the truth, if there's no listening to the wise or no reading what is useful, then no understanding develops. But as understanding develops more, less thinking about the time or the situation or the occasion, because any time is beneficial when there's understanding. So many deep points. Thanks, Alberto. Let's see if Ajahn would like to add more to any of these.
About what again, please?
Alberto was talking about what is beneficial and repeating some of your comments about listening to the Dhamma or going to the movie, but we were also stressing that it comes down to different Dhammas, different realities and understanding, because there can be sitting in the movie of understanding and then it's beneficial, or sitting in the discussion daydreaming with no understanding, then it's not beneficial. So he was talking about satika sampajanya.
That's right.
Would like to.
That's why everything has to begin from the very beginning. From the very beginning, no matter it is sadhaka sampajanya, without hearing about the truth of this moment. What about after hearing it? No interest, or seeing that it's so deep but it can be realized. And the best thing in life is understanding the truth of life, of each moment, is it? Without such understanding, the benefit of understanding the truth, can there be even the first one, the first sampajanya, sadhaka sampajanya? See, not just wanting to understand paticca or wanting to understand the dhatu, but the understanding of what is that right now, which hasn't been known at all, hasn't been heard, hasn't been thought about, hasn't been considered that it's the most precious moment in samsara. See, that's why understanding what is meant by sataka, not just seeing the benefit of writing a letter or be the candidate of something like that at all, but it's the understanding of that which is hidden so very thickly with ignorance, just wrap and bind it. Each moment of no understanding of seeing or what is there as it is. That's why learn to understand sampajanya, the clear comprehension not just comprehension, but clear comprehension, the benefit, the more precious of understanding this moment. If one does understand the most precious of right understanding, which can understand what is there until it can realize the truth stage by stage, there will never be Sataka Sampajanya. Just that I want to listen to this, want to understand the meaning of the translation and so on. So that even Sataka Sampajanya has to be known just for the sake of understanding the truth of what is there, which can be understood. Is what we are talking about. Now, the beginning of Sataka Sampajanya never change, just follow the truth, listening again, considering it again, understanding it little by little again, that it can be realized, but not without Sataka Sampajanya, not understand the worth, the value, or the precious of understanding, seeing right now, or that which is seen, or just the sound, or the hearing, or the thinking. Is this Sataka Sampajanya? Not the benefit of worldly matter story, but the truth of each moment, how come, and gone instantly, unknowingly, learning to have understanding just for the sake of understanding the truth of no one, not just for myself. I can understand it a little more. I know what Sataka is. That's not the truth of Sataka Sampajanya. Is that we are talking about? The four Sampajanya one by one. And there can be question about the four Sampajanya from reading the book. But the truth and the meaning is so very deep and so very subtle. It's now. Is that what we are talking about?
Yes, Ajahn, and we can hear your explanation, and we can understand better. We can begin to understand the depth of the.
And what does the text say about Sataka Sampajanya?
Yeah, it explains this as you explained it, because it also explains when it says about the beneficial and the understanding of what is beneficial and what is not beneficial. It cannot be purpose at all. It cannot be. The translation has to be as you have been explaining. There cannot be any better word for sataka and
See,
sampajanya.
and even that is understanding, right? To be Sampajanya, to be Sataka Sampajanya, gradually, little by little, not seeing the other thing else as precious, as understanding what is there right now. Sataka Sampajanya, the highest, the best of all, is understanding the truth. And that is understanding the benefit, the Sataka Sampajanya of life. Without understanding at all, it's impossible at all to understand the truth and understand what is the most precious moment. It has to be understanding the benefit. It will bring more and more viriya and kanti and so on to develop right understanding of what is there, because it's understand the precious moment, the very precious of understanding the truth of what is there right now. And that is panya, and that is not the other kind of panya, but it's the sataka panya, the panya which understand the precious moment of understanding the truth, which is so very subtle.
That's the depth of the teachings. It's so deep, so beautiful. So
that's why there have to be 3 rounds of Ariya Satya, understanding intellectually, firmer and firmer, to be parami, never changed, never sway, never go wrong at all. And now it is sappaya sampajanya or not, no matter where we are, that which condition understanding is sappaya for understanding. So understanding that when akusala arises, it's not sappaya for understanding at all. Only kusala. See, from what Buddha said, learn to understand the truth, the very subtle truth of reality right now, unknown, covered up, until each word condition a little more understanding. What is Sapaya? Dhamma discussion, isn't it? Sit in the forest, no discussion at all, no thought about the truth. So is it Sapaya? Not the place, not the people, not the surrounding, but the understanding anywhere, anytime is Sapaya for understanding the truth. So when there is understanding enough, even in the movie theater or any place, there are conditions ready to condition the moment of understanding a little more, just thinking about it, being aware of the word which has been heard about that very moment, or even awareness with right understanding directly of a reality by conditions. That's the way right understanding works its way. Never know at all how much understanding is there at all. Like Visakhamikaramata, see Ananta Bindika, not known before at all. When will time to realize the truth? By Parami and the Sataka Sampajanya developed with other Sapaya, with other Sampajanya. See, they all conform the truth to develop, to understand the truth. No matter we talk by way of Ariya Satya, by way of Dhatu, by way of Paticca by way of Sampajanya, the full clear comprehension. See, clear comprehension. Before it becomes clear, it has to begin.
Until there's less and less thought of the place, the time, the situation, movie or here or anywhere. Like for Gillian, her child is coming through anytime, any place, because the realities, the Dhamma's just the same, seeing, hearing, pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling. So actually the purpose, what is suitable, the object, the lack of ignorance all refers to the understanding of life at this very moment. It's been very helpful discussion, Ajahn, and very glad that Prakash, Kim Hong and Hung brought up their topics, and Alberta at the ends. So Dika, Ajahn, and we see everyone next time.
สวัสดีครับ
Thank you, Ajahn.
Sawadee krap, Tan Ajahn. Sawadee krap. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
ท่านอาจารย์
Thanks
ครับ
for the questions.
Thank you very
Bye,
much
everybody.
Petra,
ครับ
glad to see you.
See you all next time.
See you next time. See you next time. So Dika.
Dika.
Hello, ha. Hi, Zita. Sal. And
Hello. Good discussion. Great.
yes, good. We can carry on next time.
Exactly.
Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, Anne.
Thank you. Thank you. You enjoy your day.
We've already had half of it. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Off we go.